Meghan Markle has just been exposed. Is this a single white female, single white princess? What is going on with Meghan Markle and her being a Princess Diana cheater brand? We're gonna get into all of that. We have some new divorce rumors with Amy Schumer, and Amy Schumer's like, I'm not just happy now because I lost weight. And it's like, well, why are you happy? Are you leaving your husband? We have questions, Amy. We have questions. Let's get into it. This is No Filter with Zack Peter, your go-to source for all the latest pop culture and reality TV tea, served fresh all week long. Now, let's dive in. What's up, guys? Welcome on in, welcome on in, welcome on in. I'm just going to be honest. I'm struggling a little this morning. I feel like I just got hit by a truck straight to my face. I am so congested, but it's like right here. It's all my sinus congestion, and it was so painful that I was hurting in my teeth, my upper teeth, my upper whatever, my molars. I don't know, whatever teeth are back here. I was hurting, which is kind of crazy because normally I'm not sick like this, um, like ever. But I came back from BravoCon, which is crazy. The BravoCon was almost 3 weeks ago. And I remember I came back from BravoCon and my throat was like wrecked. I felt like I had like strep. Well, not strep, but it was only like a day or two. But my throat was like really tired and had like I think the dry heat may have um who knows. But now it like moved from my throat into my sinuses, and I'm trying to work through it. I've been taking emergency and vitamin D and got some decongestants. I just came back from the pharmacy with some decongestants, and I'm like, oof, mama mia, help. Help, because I need somebody. Help, not just anybody. Help, because I need someone. Help. Try a neti pot. There's so much mucus, but there's also just a lot of inflammation. I think the inflammation. So I'm hoping the decongestants will help. I just took it right before popping on. So hopefully by the end of the show, I'll feel a little less like my face just got hit by a bus. But we have a lot to get into. Let's start with these weird not weird, but these rumors about what's her face. Well, first of all, congrats to Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus just got engaged to her boyfriend. His name is Max Mirando. Um, I didn't even know she was dating anybody. And just in looking at it, it kind of I feel like Max Mirando needs a haircut. Here, let's pull up the exclusive from Page Six. So they just got engaged and like cute, good for them, right? They've been dating for it says 4 years. I had no idea. I had no clue that she was dating this Max um Max Mirando. And so you can see in these photos here, which is from the Avatar premiere, they're showing the rings. And so I'm assuming this gold ring is what they're referring to when it comes to the engagement ring. But she doesn't seem to be hiding it, right? She's like showing off her hands, showing off her rings. He needs a haircut. That's what I'm going to say about that. He needs a haircut because he looks like a hot mess express. I don't understand like this need for people in this like new era of like wanting, like, why do people want to look ugly? Like, why do people try so hard to make themselves look more unattractive? Like, there's nothing about that helmet head. I wouldn't even say that's a helmet head. That's like a full on, old lady bouffant, right? Like, I don't even know why his hair has so much volume. How much hairspray do you need to even get that volume? This is like some 80s craziness, right? I'm glad she got rid of those ugly bangs that she had, and I'm glad that she has eyebrows again, because when Miley was not rocking eyebrows and she was doing those like really mini choppy funky Gale Weathers bangs, I don't get it. Like, some people really cannot pull pull off the mullet look. Like, some people can do it, and some people, like, you can do it kind of successfully, others cannot. Christina says she looks better here than she did. Yeah, she is getting better. I'm hoping her. he's giving her aesthetic with that hair. Yeah, with his bouffant. Yeah. I don't get it. I'm not like a fan of his look. I don't get like is she like, ooh, when they're making out, is she like, ooh, let me rub my hands through your hair. Let me rub my hands through that mop of a head. Let me flip you over and mop the floors while I'm at it. I just don't get what is appealing about, like, he's got a bare boy face and then just this big, you know, 80s mom hairstyle that to me just isn't giving, right? So listen, congrats to them though. I'm happy that they're engaged. I'm happy that they're happy. I had no idea that they were dating until this morning, but I'm glad that they've successfully been dating for the last 4 years. When did she get out of her relationship with Liam? Wasn't that like 4 years ago? Did she just jump from, no, wasn't she a lesbian for a minute? She was a lesbian. I feel like she was a lesbian for a hot second. Yeah, Copper Mountain says that he looks like Steven Tyler. He does look very much like Steven Tyler. Robin says, yeah, I don't like that kind of hair. It gives me the ick. Does my hair give you the ick? Look at this. Ooh, boom, boom. Are we liking my hair? Look at this. Oof. Look at that shine, the bounce, the volume. Like, this is a nice head of hair, right? Like, we like my hair. I'm very proud of my hair. Because I feel like it's just, I try very hard to take care of it because I don't want it to look crazy. But I also, just want it to like stay on my head. And so that's partially part of the reason why I'm such a big fan of Nutrafol. You guys know I love me. I love me some Nutrafol. The holidays can get busy and overwhelming very quickly, and the thought that gifts can encourage slowing down and prioritizing self-care always stand out, right? With Nutrafol, give the gift of stronger, faster growing hair, an ideal gift for anyone who deserves a boost of confidence and science-backed support heading into the new year. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist-recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by over 1.5 million people. See thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months. This holiday season, Nutrafol is the perfect gift for anyone on your list. Whether it's your mom or your aunt that are going through menopause, a friend who just had a baby is experiencing postpartum hair shedding, your husband, your hubby, your dad, or your daddy who relies on his baseball cap to cover up his receding hairline. Listen, even if you want to get something for yourself, I like taking Nutrafol for me. I've been taking it for a couple of months now, and I just feel like my hair looks good. It's looking good. Look at Becky with the good hair, right? Give the gift of confidence this holiday season with Nutrafol. Whether you're treating yourself or someone on your list, visibly healthier, thicker hair is the way to go. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Right now, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription plus free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and use the promo code NOFILTER. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code NOFILTER for $10 off. Go right now, get in that Nutrafol, live your best life because you're living your life. Oh, and while you're thinking of good gifts to give, I have one that I think you're really going to love, because if you're like me and you like to give gifts that have meaning or sentiment behind them, then I highly recommend Storyworth memoirs for your loved ones this holiday season. It might sound a little intimidating, but it's so easy, and trust me, they will love it. It's a gift that they won't see coming, something that makes them feel truly special, and in turn, kind of ends up being a gift for you too. So each week, Storyworth emails a loved one of your choosing a memory-provoking question. You get to choose it, and then they get to answer, whether it's in a recorded, they can record it over their phone and it transcribes it for them, or they can send it via email. I mean, and these are easy questions like, what was your favorite toy as a child? What are you most proud of? And it's so easy, no apps, no passwords. It's the perfect gift for even your least tech-savvy relatives. I'm thinking of getting this for my grandpa because I think it'll not only be something special for him, but also something special for the grandkids as well. They have photos that are printed in vibrant color, and it's just, it's so special, and even they have a ton of incredible features, but this year they added a bunch of new features to make storytelling even easier with personalized questions and a magic editor. And meanwhile, their magic layout and new book designs make finished books, especially photos, look even more beautiful. So if you want to give a gift that really makes an impact, there's a reason that customers love Storyworth. They've printed over 1 million books and preserved 35 million family stories since founding 13 years ago. Give your loved one a unique keepsake that they'll cherish for years to come. Storyworth Memoirs. Right now, save $10 or more during their holiday sale when you go to storyworth.com/no-filter. That's Storyworth, STORYWORTH.com, storyworth.com/no-filter to save $10 off or more on your order. Go right now. Okay, it's the holiday season. The holiday season. That pressure is a sinus infection. Yes, I know that, Sarah. Thank you. That's why I got sinus decongestions. Oh, look, she said this sponsor sounds amazing. Yes, check out Storyworth. Get some Storyworth memoirs for the holidays. From the holidays. Sarah says 8 minutes late. People at work need to have their priorities straightened out. When Zack comes on, they need to leave me alone. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Let's get it. Okay, so that's Miley Cyrus. Congrats to Miley Cyrus. In less happy-ish news, we have, what's her name? Amy Schumer. And Amy Schumer is seemingly on the brink of divorce. She posted this very strange, long, bizarre Instagram post because I guess people are speculating now that she's like, Amy with the good body, that I guess she is happy and like doesn't need her husband anymore. And so she decided to write this long, confusing, and hard to read post to set the rumors straight. So, and it's a video on her Instagram account, and I'll read you the very long caption. And so not only is the son kind of walking, it's her son, and he's walking through the house and he's filming, he's doing a house tour and he's going all throughout the house. So the phone is constantly moving like you're in the Blair Witch Project. And then on top of it, she just has paragraphs and paragraphs of text messages and typos and some text messages going straight down and some is to the left and some is to the right. And so it's all turned around. So you're like having to turn your phone all upside down, topsy-turvy. So if you don't get a headache or motion sickness by the end of this video, then props to you. But okay, so this is what she writes in this video. Bedroom tour by Jean. I never ever wear jewelry. I don't get Botox or filler spelled wrong. I didn't lose 30 pounds. I lost 50. You go, girl. Not to look hot, which does not feel fun and temporary. I did it to survive. I had a disease that makes your face extremely puffy that can kill you, but the internet caught it and that disease cleared. I have questions. What disease makes your face? I mean, I remember her face looked huge. Her face blew up. And that's not to like face shame her, but like her face did get big. And if she's acknowledging that her face was extremely puffy and that she had a disease that the internet caught, that's wild. But what was the disease and how did it almost kill her? Was her face going to explode? Was it like elephantitis of the face? She said, sorry for whatever feeling it's giving you that I lost that weight. I've had plastic surgery over the years and I use Mounjaro. Sorry to anyone, I think she meant to say this lets down, but she said they lets down. Sorry to anyone this lets down. I'm pain-free. I can tag with my son. I think she meant to say I can play tag with my son. Was she like half asleep and half drunk when she wrote this? Like, no, like you, well, also it's hard to proofread it when it's hard to fucking read it from the beginning. So that's the big paragraph chunk. And then if you turn your phone to the side, there's another paragraph overlaid. It looks like under this paragraph. And so this one says, you just have to tilt your head. This one says, whatever ends up happening with me and Chris has nothing. Chris is her husband, the husband that has autism. It's her autistic husband. And so she said, whatever ends up happening with me and Chris has nothing to do with weight loss or autism. Fingers crossed. Like, what does that mean? Like, imagine her husband being like, what the fuck? Are we getting divorced? Like, what is this weird message? And why do I have to tilt my head to read it? That's why she did it. So her autistic husband wouldn't read this message because nobody with autism is going to be like, yeah, let me sit here and turn my phone all around and like do it like a jigsaw puzzle. We market through he's the best. Oh, that does say market through, right? We market through he's the best. Fingers crossed. Okay. Fingers crossed. Like if somebody's like, I'm not divorcing my husband, fingers crossed. I don't hate him because he has autism. Fingers crossed. Like that to me is not very indicative of like a healthy, like her being happy in her marriage at the moment. Okay, then we flip the phone the other way. And then it says, happy to share more if anyone has any questions about how I'm looking or feeling or where I am in my perimenopause process. Got it. We really didn't need all of that. And then her caption. So that was all the overlay text on the video tour, but then her caption just says questions question mark. And then Madonna commented. And Madonna, with her crazy face, says, why do you feel like you need to apologize for looking after yourself? People are always going to have their judgments and their opinions. Do what makes you happy and healthy. And then Judd Apatow says, but also I need a larger typeface with more contrast. And then Rachel Harris says, I love this. Your honesty and transparency is everything. My Otto 7 and Henry 9 would love your Gene. What are we trying to set up a play date in the comments, Rachel? And then Will B. LaGrove says, people suck. We love you. However you are, Amy. Full stop. He says, we don't care if you're big back Amy or teeny tiny itty bitty Amy. We love you, period. Actually, Madonna looks really good. She has gotten better now that her face has been, all the filler has been dissolved in her face. Could Amy be having a midlife crisis? I don't know. She looks good though, you guys. Like I will say, Amy Schumer is looking like a bit of a fox these days, and I understand that. I actually kudos to her, right? And when I mispronounce kudos, that's a reference to Real Housewives and Ramona Singer. Don't come at me in the comments. Be like, it's not kudos, Zack, it's kudos. Like, all right, Barbara, thanks for that clarification. So she deleted all of her old fat pictures. Well, I guess she has a couple because then she addressed it. We're like, here, she's like, hey, media outlets, I didn't delete my old photos because they were pre me losing weight. That's a narrative you created. I'm proud of how I looked always. I've been working to be pain-free and I finally am. My endometriosis is better. My back is healing. I know maybe she could lift Blake Lively. I no longer have Cushing syndrome, so my face went back to normal. What is Cushing syndrome? Imagine having a big face and they call it Cushing syndrome. That's not very sexy. But your Instagram is not your identity. It's a curation of what you want the world to see. Yeah, and you don't want the world to see you fat, and that's totally fine. Like we embrace you feeling good and confident and happy. However, nobody's judging that. But it's like if you're gonna delete all your old, like what did Tamara call them fatty photos? Listen, nothing again. Like Amy Schumer, I've always enjoyed. Well, for the most part, I've always enjoyed as a comedian. I've always thought she was funny until she wasn't. But good for her. Live your best life. Like there's literally no judgment in that. But people are gonna have questions when you lose all this weight and then you delete all your old photos. And you beat Cushing syndrome. We're going to look at Cushing syndrome in a second because I have questions. She said, I'm sure my weight will always fluctuate, but my focus has been on my health. I'm a perimenopausal woman on HRT meds, wishing you strength and self-love on whatever path you're on, as long as it's kind and respectful to people, no matter their race, weight, or religion. Peace. What about their height? What about their hair color? What about their nose? We're just talking about weight, race, and religion. And then a bunch of people are like, oh my God, girl, you're so brave. Oh, you're so brave. You posted skinny photos of yourself and deleted all the old photos. And listen, to be fair, she looks good. Look at her. She looks incredible. She did like a little photo shoot and she's looking good. And then Lisa Rinna is like, you look amazing, Amy. Like even Adam Pally, I don't know who that is, but Adam Pally's like, yeah. Susie said fire emoji times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fire emojis. Look at that. Paris Hilton did heart eyes emoji. Heather Dubrow did fire emojis. Look at all that. Kathy Hilton said, gorgeous. She said, I'm glad you lost the weight. No, she didn't say that. But in her head, that's what Kathy Hilton was thinking. But I mean, look at, looks good. I mean, and she also learned how to work Facetune. Like, look at that snap. You go, girlfriend. So yeah, listen, she looks good. And she's doing all her cute little photo shoots. But I mean, this definitely looks like a woman that's about to leave her man. Like, let's be real. Call a spade a spade. Cushing syndrome is just a hormonal disorder caused by higher levels of cortisol. Oh, let's look up Cushing. I don't like the name of that. I would not want somebody to tell me I have Cushing syndrome. Okay, let's see. Cushing syndrome is a hormonal disorder caused by prolonged exposure to high levels of the hormone cortisol. Symptoms include upper body obesity, round face, thin arms, thin legs, fat on the upper back, easy bruising, thin skin, purple stretch marks on the abdomen. Why can I not say this word? Abdomen. Why? Because I was trying to say abdominal and abdomen at the same time. Abdomen. So you have purple stretch marks on your abdomen and on your upper arms, even though your upper arms are skinny. It can be caused by your body's overproduction of cortisol, often due to tumors or by long-term use of corticosteroid medication. Interesting. It's caused by pituitary gland tumors, adrenal gland tumors. It could be inherited by an endocrine disorder. But moon face. Okay, so these are the physical symptoms. This is what the internet says, not me. Moon face, which sounds horrible. Buffalo hump, which, like, what are these symptoms? You have a moon face, a buffalo hump, central obesity, and thin arms and legs. I mean, that's wild. And female balding. Yo, this sounds terrible. Could you imagine? That sounds terrible. It's the worst name they could have chosen for this disease. Not only that, but then the symptoms are literally moon face and buffalo hump. Like, that's wild. I feel so bad for the ladies that have to experience Cushing syndrome. Ladies, if any of you have Cushing syndrome, I'm sending you love. We love you anyway. Sorry. Joy says, the only time I call myself brave is when I walk past the mirror naked and don't scream. You know what, Joy? No, I'm going to set you straight right now, Joy. You need to learn to just embrace and love your body, okay? Embrace yourself, love yourself. Listen, we all struggle with it. I do too. Sometimes I look at myself and I feel like I'm big back, big lively, and I'm not, you know? So we're just going to embrace and love it. We're going to choose to love ourselves today. We're going to say, you know what? My body may not be perfect, but you know what? I'm still banging. I'm banging on the inside. I'm banging on the outside. And at least I don't have Cushing syndrome. You know, I don't want anybody body shaming themselves in here unless you want to feel better and then shame away. But like, you know, buffalo hump sounds awful. Could you imagine? People, you're like, oh, I just got diagnosed with Cushing syndrome. And then people are like, Cushing syndrome, what's that? And it's like, oh, you know, that's why my face is so big and I have a buffalo hump. Like, could you? That sounds horrible. It's still better than having beaver fever. What is beaver fever? Is that when your coochie's on fire? What is beaver fever? I don't even know if I want to know what beaver fever is. I feel like it may be best for me to just not even go to the beaver fever. But I'm glad that you have brought beaver fever awareness to this world, because I don't know what we would do without you. And on that note, listen, we all know it's the most wonderful, but also the most expensive time of the year between gift shopping, travel, holiday parties. It's easy for your credit card balance to grow faster than your credit, right? And if you're feeling the financial pressure this season, trust me, you're not alone. I'm feeling it too. We have so many different expenses, you know, and it's time we get our credit in shape for the new year, right? And that's where Kickoff, the #1 credit building app in the App Store, comes in, with plans starting at just $5 a month, no hidden fees, no credit check. Kickoff makes it simple to build your credit the right way while you focus on everything else the holidays throw your way. I'm ready to get back on track, and that's why I'm excited for something like Kickoff to now be available in the App Store, because I feel like not only can it help us get into financial shape, but it can also help us be mindful so that we can break some of those bad habits that wrecked our credit score to begin with. Am I right? One of the features that I love that Kickoff has, something that I've been using to help build my credit, is allowing my rent payments to be used towards my credit. And so when you pay on time, that gets reported and it helps your credit build. Users with credit under 600 grew an average of 84 points in their first year with on-time payments. With transparent, affordable payment plan starting at just $5. Kickoff helps you score big when it comes to credit. It's simple. You make on-time payments, credit bureaus see your good behavior, and your credit can grow fast. So help your credit survive this holiday season with Kickoff. For a limited time, get your first month for free. Go to getkickoff.com/no-filter today. That's Kickoff without the C. That's getkickoff, KIKOFF.com/no-filter. Must sign up via getkickoff.com/no-filter to activate offer. Offer applies to new Kickoff customers, first month only, subject to approval. Offer subject to change. Average first year credit score impact of plus 84 points between January 2023 and January 2024 for Kickoff credit amount. Users who started with a score below 600, who paid on time, and who had no delinquencies or collections added to their credit profile during the period. Late payments may negatively impact your credit score. Individual results may vary. Ooh, get your credit together. Get your credit together. Excuse me. So, yeah. I saw a pic on social media of Hump and started freaking out. My son, if I had that, he laughed at me and said, no, my humps, my lovely lady lumps. Check it out. I do it on the daily and Dolce and Gabbana, Fendi and Adana, chilling, they be feeling all my brothers got me in like, I ain't asking. They say they love my ass and sipping jeans, true religion. I say no, but they keep giving. So I keep on taking. I keep on demonstrating my love, my love, my love, my love. You love my lady loves. Check it out. These symptoms are straight up insults, right? Glad none of us have that. Okay, let's get into Meghan Markle because, and I have questions about the Meghan Markle of it all. I do. So there is a this image that is going around. Here, let me pull up the actual tweet first because I want to give credit. Everybody's talking about it right now, and it's this account. Remoulade sauce. Remy's a good boy on X, an enthusiastic amateur sleuth of the British royal fashion with a dash of American fashion thrown in it as well. You guys can give them a follow. They have a cute little dog photo filter. But so let's dive into this, right? So they have this photo montage of Meghan Markle and Princess Diana. And if you zoom into it a bit, you can see all of these combinations of outfits that Meghan Markle has and styles that Meghan Markle has done that seem very familiar to Princess Diana, Prince Harry's mother. So Prince Harry's wife is seemingly trying to really make it seem like she's modern day Princess Diana. And if you look at these outfits and you really go through them, a lot of this does feel very similar. I'm not going to lie. Okay. Here. So again, first of all, shout out to Remoulade Sauce. Remy's a good boy on X for putting this together. Now let's really dissect some of these photos because I feel like there's a lot to get into here. Because some of them I feel like I can see how maybe they may seem a little coincidental, but then there are others that are just undeniable. So if we start from the top, right? This from Remy's a good boy. Like some of these, like it's kind of challenging to be like, well, this is just a white dress, right? Like this one right here. This is just a white dress, a sleeveless white dress. Like, maybe she wasn't trying to completely, look like her. Maybe she was, maybe she wasn't. But then you have one like this one where she has this black hat on. And this one right here up top, the black hat with the black blazer and the black shirt and the red rose and the belt buckle, like some of them look way too spot on. Where some of these, I'm like, okay, maybe there's just a little bit of a similarity. And maybe it just kind of was resembling, and maybe we looked like, we'll even give it a 20% margin of like, maybe some of these looks were not intended to be as on the nose as they are. But like I said, when you have images like this one in the black hat, that to me is very spot on. You have this one of her in the shorts with the white shirt on top with the brown belt. Like, even though the shorts she's wearing are blue and the shorts Diana is wearing are khaki, they still are very, very similar. And if you continue to go through this, again, some of these, like this, black outfit with the blue blazer, Diana's wearing a blue blazer. It looks like Meghan's wearing more of a blue coat, similar color scheme, but Meghan seems to be wearing like a turtleneck. So you can make the argument that maybe these two women just have similar fashion senses, similar fashion style, right? But then you see some of these that just look way too, like, look at this photo of her and she's doing some sort of charity work and she has her arms crossed and she's wearing this like flowy white shirt and it's tucked into her black pants and she has her hands on her hips. Like, if there was the book Revenge by Tom Bowers that says a lot of these seemingly candid photo ops were very produced. Like, she knew exactly the angles and shots she was going for. So it's very likely, even with the glasses tucked into the bosom, very much, or even this bizarre photo of her when she did her bizarre photo shoot, and then it has Princess Diana, and she's wearing a white shirt, she's wearing the black pants, she's barefoot, it's black and white, the hands are over the knees. Like, the pose is very, very similar, which to me, this is kind of creepy, right? Like, it's very, like, some of these other ones, okay, she's wearing, a gray blazer, a black shirt, similar, but not exactly. But other ones, or like this one where her hands like kind of, demure over her mouth, we can say that that was maybe a candid one. And it's not completely out of the realm of possibility that they both kind of just like, we can all have like a demure moment where we're kind of just like covering our mouth. And if somebody searches the internet, you can find two similar photos and, put them together to make them look similar. But there are a lot of similarities that there are only so many coincidences that you can go for, right? Before you start to say, no, this looks like a pattern, this looks intentional, this appears to be deliberate, and I don't like it. Kay Ann says, Meghan doesn't realize someone with true class and elegance doesn't have to try as hard and does as hard as she does to make herself seem halfway a decent person. It takes a lot more than clothes to compare to Diana. Jen says, all I saw was she secretly worse keeping, she was what? Secretly worse kept secret since Weinstein. Meghan Markle and Harvey Weinstein to bag and tag a royal. I don't understand what that connection is. She wore these outfits to the same types of functions Diana did. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you give it a 20% margin of maybe some of these are coincidental, maybe we really scoured the internet to find some similarities in the outfits. Like, I will give it that, right? I'll give that 20% margin. But then when you really put them in this compilation, like Remy's a good boy on X did, that's where, to me, I'm kind of like, that's where it's a little sus for me. That's where I don't know how much I really believe it. Like, you can even say like this, Diana, Princess of Wales documentary book. Maybe it was like, yes, it's kind of similar, but I feel like that's just a very, standard pose that you do for a magazine cover. And arguably the publishers of Cut magazine and the publishers of the Diana biography, they don't have the same, like, it's possible that the Cut wanted to pull this inspired by Diana because it is a very similar look here, but it's also within the possibility that, this could have just been merely coincidental. But we also know that Meghan likes to have control over editorial. So when you have things like this bizarre magazine cover and this Cut cover, and they look very similar to photos of Diana, and we know that Meghan very much likes to be in charge of her photos that go out, as we just saw with the Kardashians at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday party, where Kris and Kim had to take down the photos of Meghan and Harry. Very strange, right? You keep going down. You have this green outfit with the green, the green hat. It's very, very green. Remember when she said that the Queen only made her wear muted tones and she couldn't wear color? And then you have all these other new photos of her wearing color. So yeah, there are a lot of similarities. A lot of similarities. And to me, it's kind of creepy, right? Because it's like if somebody's trying this hard to look like your mom, even this like oversized blazer look with the white shirt and the khaki pants, this that Diana's rocking, like it's too many similarities to be like, oh, it's just, it's completely, unintentional. Like this to me looks very deliberate and very intentional. That the hat choices that she had, which also, when you really look at all of this combination of things of her when she was in the UK, or these outfits, like these dresses, the green and the purple and all this stuff, like she was not muted by any means. Like she told Oprah she had to be muted in order to fit in with the royal family because they weren't going to accept her otherwise. That is where you can tell that that was a whole bunch of bogus. She's really just trying to play off this Princess Diana thing. Not Anonymous 5200 said, twisting the narrative on the person of color. Kate Middleton is the one guilty of this, single white female. Okay, well then guess what? Since you have so much time on your hands to be commenting in my live chat, why don't you put together a montage of Kate Middleton and all of the similarities between her and Princess Diana? Do it. I'm sure you don't have a job, so go and put that together and we'll discuss that. Holly says a stylist, publicist, or manager cannot be blamed. She doesn't listen to experts at all. We do know that she has a big turnaround. And listen, I also think if she's working with a stylist or something, she can be like, I love the idea of pulling influence from H's mother in this moment. And it was so this and it was so that. And then, convincing them that it's actually a good idea. Robin says, wow, those outfits are so similar. So similar. That's what's so crazy. Diana was so classy. Humanity really lost a princess. Yes, I agree. This also has nothing to do with Meghan Markle being a person of color, which, oh my God, like, is that really what we're going to do? We're still going to, like, we're not going to go there. We're not going to, I am not going to be rage baited into being like, oh my God, Meghan Markle, the martyr, we're, again, not going to do that. Yeah, see, BPO7 says, is the person of color in the room with us? Meghan hates being associated as a person of color. She only did it until it's beneficial to her. Exactly. There are plenty of videos of her, talking about how that was never like racism was not something that she really experienced growing up. And we're not going down that rabbit hole. Read Tom Bower's book if you want something. Lori says Kate Middleton is the best, classiest woman. I agree. Meghan Markle being biracial has absolutely nothing to do with her cosplaying his dead mother-in-law. That's nonsense. Exactly. Thank you, Holly. Holly said it best. It has nothing to do with her cosplaying her husband's dead mother. It's creepy. And again, if there were a couple, again, 20% margin, right? 20% of those photos, I'm sure could be merely coincidental. But when you have a montage and you put all of them together, it gets to be creepy. Kate's style is sophisticated and modest. Meghan's style is very Hollywood, in my opinion. Yeah. I mean, I don't hate Meghan Markle's style, though. I know a lot of people want to hate on her. I personally don't. I personally enjoy some of her looks. I know I'm in the unpopular crowd here, but I think I do really appreciate some of her fashion looks that I think she really does land. Some people say she's muted, or some people say she's too Hollywood, or whatever they want to say. I've always said that that's one thing. Like if she would have done the Victoria Beckham thing, right? Like look at Victoria Beckham. She went from being Posh Spice to having a fashion empire. And it's because she pivoted into fashion. And she was great at that. Like if you have a certain style, it may not be style for everyone, but if you have a certain style and you lean into that, then I think if she would have started, like when Gwyneth Paltrow started Goop Label, right? That was, I mean, to be fair, I don't think Gwyneth Paltrow has great style. So for me, I'm not like uber jazzed by Goop Label. It doesn't gag me. However, I think Meghan Markle had, rather than doing like edible, or not even edible, but rather than doing flower sprinkles, like dead flower petals and candles without wicks and wine, because all of those things I think are not very quintessential to her brand. Like you don't think, oh, Meghan Markle, candles. Ooh, Meghan Markle, a nice glass of wine. Like you just don't associate those things with her. But I would associate fashion with her. And if she came out with like a really simple line of like a couple of like staple pieces to start, maybe something similar to like the style of the row, the Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen brand, the row. Like, I think she could have started something really small, something really niche, did limited edition drops, and eventually and used her own style to kind of work that. I think that would have been a success as business model. But instead, she wants to do this whole like, she wants to be, the next Jessica Alba, the next Gwyneth Paltrow. She wants to have the next Goop, the next Martha Stewart, and that's just not. It just doesn't resonate with how people see her. Mimir says Hollywood style isn't a bad thing. It's just more glamorous than the distinguished, elegant look that. Yeah, I would actually disagree. I don't think Meghan goes for more glamorous. I think she tries to go for a more distinguished. I don't know if elegant is the right word. I would agree that Kate Middleton, Princess Catherine, I would agree that she has more of that regal, more of that elegance, more of that class. Whereas Meghan, I would say, is more like chic and more like office businesswoman chic, right? Girl boss chic. She likes to wear a lot of blazers. She likes to wear the oversized pants or, the shorts. She likes to wear a lot of belts, but like more of the masculine style belts. That I think she has more of that chic office, boss girl style. Whereas I agree with you. I think not Meghan, I think Catherine is a little more elegant. I see. Did the Brits appreciate that I called her Catherine instead of Kate? Because apparently in the UK, they don't like to call her Kate. They call her Princess Catherine. So putting some respect on her name. Mom Unscripted said, but it all looks like shit on her, no tailoring. See, that's where I disagree. Listen, it's one thing to hate on Meghan, but to hate on her style, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But Meghan has good style. Oversize is part of style, especially in this moment right now. Oversized pants, oversized shirt, the flowiness, the big blazers, all of those things very much in style. The oversized style is something that's come around in the last like 6, 7-ish years. So I stand by my commentary. I stand on it 10 toes down. Even if you don't get it and you don't like it, listen, just because Target ain't selling oversized blazers doesn't mean that Meghan Markle isn't serving a look. See, Elizabeth says, I love oversized. I have to say, yeah, I've even started to go for more oversized, right? Like, even when it comes to like, normally I think I liked more tailored and more like fitted, but now I'm embracing the oversized kind of look in some of the newer pieces that I've added to my closet. Clement says, I agree with you, Zach. Thank you. Copper says, Meghan Markle and Blake Lively need to make a reality show. Could you imagine? Could you imagine it? Oh. She needs a good steamer, though. Yes, I will agree with that. That I'll give you. See, that is that Holly level 7. That I would say is constructive feedback, not just haterade. Blake Lively does not have good style. Let's be clear about that. Meghan Markle, I think, serves some fashion looks. Blake Lively, on the other hand, I think her fashion is terrible. I think she tries to do fashion looks. I think she tries to be a little avant-garde. I can't really name like any of like off the top of my head any of Blake Lively's fashion looks that I feel like have been impeccable. I'm sure she's had some moments, but like she's not somebody that regularly serves, like it's always like it's not as bad as her version of Lily Bloom, but it's, still not very good. I think you need height for an oversized look. That is very true. That's why I don't do oversized. Like, you have to be selective about your oversized. Like, I can do like an oversized hoodie or an oversized jacket, right? But like, even that's one thing that I struggle with are these newer oversized shirts or like the real boxy, like short sleeve shirts that are coming out for men. Those are really hard for someone like me to rock because I'm not super tall. So that you make a good point about how the shorter you are, then it makes you look kind of stumpy and frumpy. So again, you have to dress for your body. Yeah, Holly says Meghan is so much more stylish than Blake. I'll give her that. Thank you. Also, while we're on the topic of style, did you guys see the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives came out with their reunion looks? I guess we can go through some of that. We can go through those and let's pull those up and we can discuss that. Can you imagine it? Oh. Okay. Here's the first one, which is Taylor Frankie Paul. 'Tis the season for new reunion looks. So from what I saw, Jesse, ended up helping to coordinate a color scheme because she's like, last year it was all over the place. Some of us wore jewel tones and some of us wore like pastels, and like it was a hot mess. So she wanted to make sure she helped streamline the styles and the looks. And so the other interesting thing too is Jessie gave us some tea, and she said that these photos were taken at the end of the reunion, which I think is kind of diabolical, right? You make these women sit there for hours and hours and cry and fight, and they're exhausted by the end of it, and then they have to come and like serve and give you their best like reunion look. I don't know if I like that, you know. Not much of a fan. Because they all apparently hate these photos. So they said the next reunion, they want to make sure they get to take their photos before the actual reunion begins. Miranda says, you'll be hearing from my lawyer after these. Just Jessie says, I will never understand why they're just dragging them off. Jessie says, I will never understand why you guys have us take these photos after a 12-hour day of screaming and crying. We look horrible and disassociated every single time. Michaela says, not too late to delete. That's wild that they're just out here dragging. And then Hulu commented, gorgeous, gorgeous girls. I don't think they look that bad. So here's Taylor. Taylor looks cute. I don't like, I'm sure Whitney's look served, but she does look a little tired and disheveled here. I will say that. But her look is like, I like the dress and I love the hair color on her. This lighting isn't that great either, to be honest. It's like too shadowy. Demi looks tired and angry and a little puffy, probably because she was crying, which we know. Jen looks rough. I'm just going to say that. Jen looks tired. Her hair looks tired. Jen's like, I want to go home. I'm over it. Like, I just want to, like, you're making me smile and I just want to, like, burst into tears right now. But Jen looks cute in her, like, green. I like that they went for the more, like, regal, holiday, festive, a bit more of the jewel tones. Taylor's rocking more of, like, the, more of, like, a silvery, kind of like a diamond look she was going for, where Whitney's is a little more champagne. Demi went for an all black look because she's the devil. Jen, I don't love Jen's look. I also don't love Jen's makeup. I feel like it's very plain Jane. But you know, the green, she's got the jewel tone green, the emerald that looks good on her. Layla also went for a little more of a champagne vibe. Looks a little more tan than champagne actually, or like a nude, and she looks fine. Here's Jessie. I don't think Jessie looks that bad, to be honest. But Jessie said she didn't even like this dress, that this was a last minute dress, that she had this really cute, pretty red dress that she wanted to wear. And then at the last minute, Stassi wanted to wear a red dress. And so they're like, no, Stassi's the host. So Stassi gets to wear the red dress. And they made Jessie send in a bunch of different looks that she just had in her closet. She said it was 12 hours before they had to film. And so she just sent them a bunch of looks and then they approved it. Jessie's red dress was fire. I agree. Jessie's red dress it looked really good. I loved the red dress. And I'm sad that they gave us this because when I originally saw these photos, I was like, oof, this was the worst dress of them all. And she's like, it was literally just a last minute dress that I had available in my closet, which was a bummer because I think she really served in that red dress. But her hair looks good here. I mean, I guess she doesn't like hate, or she kind of hates this look in this photo, but I don't think she looks terrible. Michaela looks angry and tired. That's why I can see Michaela's like, not too late to delete. Michaela doesn't look the best here. She looks kind of like frumpy and angry. But she's got her like red, her like burgundy. I guess it's less red and more burgundy. And it's a sultry look that I like. Michaela, or sorry, not Michaela. That was Michaela. This is Macy. Macy, I think she looks the most like angry and tired and over it. And she's like, my feet hurt. I want to go home. Like you could just tell Macy was over it at this point. But her dress is nice. I can't tell if it's like a brown, or I think it's a brown. I don't think it's black. It's more of like a dark brown, half off the shoulder. Kind of cute look. Not hating it. Miranda looks rough. Miranda says you'll be hearing from my lawyer after these. Miranda looks horrible. Her dress and her body look great. Her boobs look incredible. Her hair and her, like you can just tell she's tired. Her hair is a mess. She's over it. Like this angle, this lighting, like everything about this just looks so bad on her. And I feel so bad for her. So I get why. I mean, I get Jessie was upset because her dress was the ugliest. And Miranda's photo and Michaela, Macy, and Miranda looked the worst in all of these, to be honest. And then there was Stassi. And Stassi looked cute. She's serving her red dress. So this is similar to like what Jesse's red dress was. I guess it had the same I don't know, what do you call the boobies part? It was the same up top, strapless, and then it was this very similar color. So they're like, you can't have the same as the host. So they made her get rid of it. Steph says, whose uncle took these photos? I mean, they're not great. Even Stassi doesn't look great. Like everybody just kind of looks like tired and frumpy. Yeah. Diana says, who is the stylist? How did every girl end up with the most unflattering? I hate that all of the comments are them just dragging this. Janine says, are you mad at the girls? This lighting didn't do anything for them. Yeah, the lighting was rough. The lighting's not good at all. I don't know who lit this set, but it's not good lighting by any means. Can someone please tell me where this was filmed in relation to Pissgate? Oh, this was filmed before Pissgate. It's Fruity Pebble Gate, not Pissgate. So yeah. I think of all of them. I mean, this isn't my favorite look on Stassi. Miranda looks like a hot mess. Her dress looked incredible. If her hair and makeup were better, Miranda would have served. Mm, 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 yeah, I don't think any of that. I think Taylor and Whitney's were my two favorites. I think Taylor looked great. Her dress is pretty. It's a little bridal, but it's pretty. And then I think Whitney really looked good too. But you can tell the lighting's bad, and yeah, so much of it is wrong. So much is wrong with these outfits. Yeah, Taylor stands out with a bridal gown. I know it is a bridal gown, right? Like I'm not crazy. I was like, it's giving kind of bridal. Taylor looked the best. Yeah, I agree. Are they trying to make her boobies look bigger with those horrible flowers? Taylor? I don't know. No budget on this reunion. I'm sure they had a budget, but it just wasn't. It wasn't given. Who makes them take pictures in front of that backdrop? They should have like the Kardashians before every Met Gala, like do a whole photo shoot in there. Like Kim Kardashian's photo shoots always, and Kylie's, they always look so damn good. They always look so good. The hair looks fried. I think the hair looks fried because they've probably had to like recurl and re-blow dry and retouch up throughout the day, that the hair is just tired by the end of it, right? Ironically, I liked the bridal looking dress. That's it. Yeah, no, I'm not shading Taylor's bridal dress. I think of all of them, that was probably my favorite look next to Whitney's. So if we're dragging the bridal dress, I'm here for the bridal dress. Let her get married. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna wrap here, and then I think I may need to take like just a little bit of a nap today before I die. Whitney is going to be in Chicago. Yes, we talked about that yesterday, Lori. Congrats to Whitney. She's going to be the new Roxy Hart in Chicago. All right. I think that's all I got for you guys for today. But yeah, I love you. I appreciate you. If you haven't done so, check out No Filter All Access. You can sign up for ad-free episodes, bonus episodes, book club, members only Zoom calls that are always a lot of fun and always get a little wild and unhinged. So get ready. All right. Have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I will talk to you on Wednesday. Stay safe, stay cute, look good, do all the damn things, live your best life. And yeah, give me a follow at Just Plain Zack. Follow the podcast at No Filter with Zack, and leave me an Apple Podcast review on Apple Podcasts if you haven't done so yet. And even if you have, you can always leave a new one. So please leave a nice review, and I'll give you a shout out this week. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Ciao for now. Love you, mean it. Bye.